Hello everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. It's been a while, guys. I've had a lot of requests to do videos, so please forgive me for taking so long with this particular video. After I discussed with you guys what I do to lose weight, I had a couple people ask me to please put up the low-calorie ice cream recipe that I have. I currently have a low-calorie ice cream, homemade ice cream recipe up on my, I think it's my healthy foods playlist. But this is actually even more low calorie, and you're not actually missing too much. The reason that made the other recipe just a little bit higher in calorie was it had bananas. So this one doesn't have bananas. Today, as you can see, we're going to be working with cocoa powder, which is between 10 and 15 calories. You know, it depends on the brand you get. Hershey's syrup, which is optional. You don't really need this because at the end of the day, you have cocoa powder. But I add this anyway because it just tastes good, and it's only 45 calories for 1 tablespoon. All right, so you don't have to use that. PB2, which you don't have to use either. You can just stick with the cocoa powder. But if you like peanut butter, this is 60 calories per 2 tablespoons. So I usually use 1 tablespoon, so it's only 30 calories. But if you use 2, you can use 2 if you like peanut butter, you know. And then you have xanthium gum, which you don't need. You don't need to use this, but I use it because it's a thickening agent. I get it off of Amazon. And it's like 10 calories for... It's 10 calories for half a teaspoon. Oh, no, excuse me. It's 5.2 calories. 5.2 calories per half teaspoon. No, wait, what is it? Half a teaspoon. So, you'll be fine with that. And then I got Monk Zero, which is a 0-calorie, all-natural sweetener, which I love. This is really cool stuff. And I also use monk fruit extract, not extract, but it's a liquid form of this. This just adds a little bit of extra sweetness because it's a liquid form. It mixes really well, better than this. So, at the end of the day, you're going to see how much ice cream we get out of this. We're looking at, and I'm using water tonight to make this because I don't have any more low-calorie milk. But you can use any kind of milk you want. I use vegan milk a lot of time, almond milk, which is like 30 calories per 8 ounces, which is all we're using as far as liquid goes, 8 ounces. So, guys, what we're making tonight is going to come out to less than 125 calories. Less than 125 calories, and it's going to be so much ice cream, and it's going to taste absolutely delicious, guys. Trust me, you're going to like this. If you're looking to enjoy life while still losing weight, this is the way to go. So let's go and get over to the blender, and we'll get this over with, because I'm looking forward to this. Okay, guys, so I'm at my blender. One thing that I forgot to mention is you're going to need ice, okay? So I like to use 2 trays of ice, and it looks like my wife used one of the trays, so that's still liquid. So hopefully I have some more. Okay, cool. So it looks like we'll have enough ice to do this. That was a close call. So you're going to want ice. Now, guys, I just want to mention the amount of ice that you use. The amount of ice that you use is completely up to you. The more icy you want it, you use more ice, you know? And that kind of honestly goes with all the ingredients in this whole thing. It depends on what you want to do, okay? You can add as little or as much of every ingredient that you want to make it the texture and consistency that you want. At the end of the day, guys, with the ingredients we're using, we're going to have such few calories in this that you can spare adding more ingredients. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of ice cream that we're going to get for as few calories as we're going to consume. So here we go. Let's start measuring stuff out. What we're going to do is we're going to add the water. Like I said, you can use milk. Normally I use milk, but I just don't have any left. But almond milk is so close to water anyway, guys. Honestly, it doesn't matter. And I'm using 8 ounces. Again, you guys can choose whatever you want. And it's crazy that we're making ice cream right now and we're using water and it's actually going to taste good. That's pretty crazy. So I save the ice for last. I put the ice in last because when you're putting in the powdered stuff, you don't want to get the powdered stuff all over the ice. It might not mix the right way. So, I mean, there's no real science to this, guys. So, this is a half tablespoon. So I want 1 tablespoon. So I'm just going to use this twice. Okay. So that's the cocoa powder. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the peanut butter. I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon worth. So again, I'm going to use the ½ tablespoon to get that out. Try to make it as accurate as possible. You know, if you don't care too much about the calories too much, because it's so little calories anyway, you don't really have to be, you know, using exact science. But if you care, just try to measure out very carefully. Now, something that I like I said, I like to use is the Hershey syrup, which again is super optional. All this stuff is kind of optional. The main thing you need is the ice and the low-calorie sweeteners and the cocoa powder. You can do a great job doing what you have to do with low-calorie ice cream just with those ingredients. But, you know, this is the little extras. It's the little extras that make it even more fun. 45 calories, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. And it's going to really add a huge difference in taste. Adding the chocolate syrup, it adds a big difference in taste. And you get to lick the spoon, which is always fun. When you can't get it all in, that's fun. Okay. So next, we're going to use the monk fruit. No exact science, guys. You like it sweet, add more. You like it less sweet, add less. There you go. Now we're going to add in the granulated monk fruit sweetener. Okay. I don't measure. I just add it in. This is the same ratio as sugar. Well, apparently it's supposed to be the same ratio as sugar, 1-to-1 ratio. So you add as much as you want that you would add, you know, in terms of real sugar, you add the same amount basically. Now the xanthium gum I'm going to measure. We're going to use that ½ teaspoon. Just add that in. There you go. And now we're going to do the ice. We're going to throw the ice in. Now, while I'm putting the ice in, I don't know how familiar you guys are with making ice cream like this. The ice is up to you. If you want it icier, if you want it less icy, like I mentioned, all the ratios, they don't have to be exact. And that's the fun in this. You don't have to worry. You can tailor it to whatever you like. And so what you can do is, when you throw this ice in, this is going to be a very thick shake. It's going to be very thick. It's going to be less thick than it normally would be because we're not using milk. But it's still going to be thick. So what you can do is leave the blender running if you want it to be less thick. Because what's going to happen is the heat from the blender is going to just warm it up. So you can leave it like that on for a minute, depending on how icy you want it. Just experiment, guys. Just experiment. Alright, we got that. Dirt. I look forward to this, guys, almost every day. I look forward to this. It is so good. It is so good and so few calories. Last night, I had almost two full blenders of this. And I think it was like 200 calories. It's crazy. And it's so addicting. It's so good. So good. You're going to love it. Alright, guys. So now, got the ice in there. We're just going to put the top on. And we're going to let it rip. Alright, let's take a look at it. Looking good. Okay, so I'm tasting it. And it seems like I can afford to add some more sweetener. The no-calorie sweetener. That's actually not too bad. I like it better with milk. But even without milk, look how thick this is. Look at this. It's just sticking to the blender. It is so chocolatey. And it's nice and sweet. Again, I'm going to make it a little more sweet. I'm going to add some more of the monk fruit. Just because you really can't go wrong with this. You can't go wrong. You can make it as sweet as you like. You can't go wrong because there's no calories in the sweetener. So you can do you, and you can be happy, and you can be satisfied knowing that you're losing weight and having fun at the same time. All right, so looks like we're finished. Here's my glass. Super thick still. Added the extra sweetener. So what I like to do, since I have this Ninja and the blades kind of mess you up, is I take the blades out, just kind of knock the sides around, because I really don't want to waste my ice cream. Try to get off as much as possible. And then, since it's super thick, I just scoop it into the cup. Now, they make low-calorie whipped creams. They make low-calorie everything, guys. They make low-calorie everything. You can add sprinkles to this. You can do whatever you want. The only thing I would change is just I would have used milk if I had it. But I would do that anyway. But honestly, guys, it doesn't even need the milk. It really doesn't. It's so thick and creamy. The xanthium gum goes a long way. If you wanted it thicker than this, you just add some more xanthium gum. It'll be even thicker than this. And that's it. It's delicious. This is so good. It's like chocolate heaven. It's so good, guys. So, I hope this helped. This was the recipe. Nice and simple and easy. I hope it works for you guys. You can have so much fun while you're losing weight and staying healthy. You really can, guys. Have a great night. Talk to you in the next video.